Attorney Dwayne Hobson here. I don't have on my suit clothes, but I am a lawyer. So we're going to talk about how to have a successful wrongful termination case against your employer or your former employer, even if you work at an at-will job. Now, these are really, really tough cases. In most states, including my state, Mississippi, where I practice law, employers can fire you for anything. At-will state, they can just wake up like, I gotta let this person go. Fire them. If you're an at-will employee, at-will hourly employee. And so most employers will just fire you for any reason without explanation. And I've seen it happen to plenty of people. But this is the way I'm about to tell you is one of the only ways. It's another way, but
this is the way.
This is the way we're gonna focus on is Title VII lawsuits. And so if you don't have a Title VII complaint, it's a really tough case. There's another thing we could, retaliation is one, but Title VII is the main thing. What is Title VII? It's a federal lawsuit. It's a federal lawsuit against employee for basically employment discrimination. And so there's certain things that are protected by the federal government. Basically, you're suing your employee for discriminating against you for your race, color, nationality, sex, or religion. A few other things, but those are the main things. So if you're done wrong at your job and it was a retaliation for reporting illegal stuff or illegal activity, and it's not discrimination under Title VII laws, you really don't have a case in your at-will state. But a lot of times during the consultation, I could talk people through a situation, and sometimes you can discover, oh, I was fired for doing this activity, but my different race counterpart was not fired for doing this activity. Co-worker. So let me give you an example, few examples of cases, discrimination cases that work at-will employees. So I had one case where the woman had a disability. I don't know if I mentioned disability earlier, but disability falls on Title VII. This woman let her job know that she had this disease. Hey, quick correction here. The disabilities are actually protected under the American with Disabilities Act. And while I was making this video, I said it was under Title VII, but I just want to make that correction. Disabilities are protected under the American with Disabilities Act. Good thing is the EEOC handles both of those. And so that's why when I was making this video, I kind of lumped them both together. But I just want to make that clear this distinction. Okay, back to the video. They knew she had this disease, but she was in the hospital for 3 weeks for dealing with this disease, and she was let go. She came to us, she hired us. We was able to get her a job back and some money on top of that. So if you're disabled and you work at at-will job and they can fire you for whatever, it just can't be based on your disability. You get what I'm saying? They can fire you for showing up late. They can fire you for doing something wrong. They can fire you for no reason at all. But they fired this woman because she was missing work. She was in the hospital. Alright. And so I had another case where these two people was, one person was black, one person, and this person, a lot of his coworkers was white. And so the black woman got in trouble for doing something on her job, and it was outside of protocol. And so she got called in, and they had a discussion about it, and that person, she got terminated. However, when she came to our firm, realized that this person, that she explained to us through our consultations and looking to the fact that her white counterparts did the exact same thing, got put on probation, did not get fired. We was able to do a case against that. Base our case on that, and she was successful. She didn't want to go back to the job. She got a nice sum of money because she was treated differently from how her white counterparts were treated. She got fired for doing something, same thing her white counterparts done around the same time. They just got reprimanded, they still had a job. So that's another good example. Old age. We had somebody up in age and was working at a place, and he sued discrimination based on his age, and he was able to recover some funds because he felt like he was discriminated based on his age. It's a whole lot more nuance on that, but I can't tell you everything that happened in these cases. I got it covered up the best I can. And so those are three good examples. The best thing I can say is, if you think you got a case against your job, you need to think hard. If some type of discrimination or some type of retaliation, if it's not that and you're an at-will employee, then you really don't have a case. But if it's some type of discrimination, it's worth consulting with an attorney. Now, let's take it a step further. You feel like, yes, I've been discriminated against. You need to consult with an attorney. What we do as a law firm, we're different. Y'all do. Every law firm different. It's like legal advice. We just tell you our process. We do an EEOC complaint first before we file a lawsuit, if the statute of limitation not closed. EEOC is the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. EEOC will do an investigation if they feel like there is some type of discrimination there on the Title VII. They will negotiate and help you try to settle that case before you file a lawsuit. If they feel like there wasn't discrimination, they're going to give you a right to sue letter. Now, a lot of people get real excited at their right to sue letter, but I'm telling you, that means that the EEOC thinks you don't have a case. They still give you the right to sue, and you could have sued them anyway without that letter, but they just basically saying they don't think you got a case, but hey, you still got the right to sue these people. If the EEOC thinks you got a case, they're going to try to get you together to try to settle. And the best, quickest cases I had is when the EEOC has got us together and my client together to try to settle. Okay? The longest cases is when the EEOC just gives you a right to sue. You file a lawsuit, you got to go through all this stuff, and then, you get a settlement halfway through. So don't get too excited if you get the right to sue letter. Get excited if EEOC said they're going to try to mediate this case between you and your former employer. And so EEOC, check with state, check with your state, check with your attorney, but each state have different time limits from the incident. So the incident is the reason why you're fired. You was fired based on discrimination. So if this happened June 1st, some states you got 90 days. I think some states you got more than that, but just think in your mind 90 days. Consult with a lawyer. It's not legal advice. Consult with a lawyer in the state to file that EEOC complaint. Okay? And every state statute of limitation different too to file that lawsuit. So after we do the EEOC, if it's not successful, we have an honest, candid conversation with our client. They want to move forward, then we file the lawsuit. Okay? All right. So I'm sorry, guys. My mouth is dry. I need some water. I should have brought some water tonight.
Thirsty.
To sum this up, if you're an at-will employee, your best bet is discrimination. If it's not discrimination, then you could do retaliation. If you don't have both of those, then you're kind of out of luck. I had some people who noticed illegal activities and wasn't no discrimination, but they didn't want to report it because I guess they didn't want to feel like they were snitching. Like, you got fired and you see this person doing illegal activity, but you don't report it because you don't want to be a snitch. Come on now. But yes, those are two ways you can sue an at-will employer on the job. So thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all learned something. I hope this helps. This is not legal advice or legal strategy. This is how we do it, how I look at these situations. Thank you guys, and see y'all on next one.